Say you are listening to Wrestling with Savage, the best podcast in the history of podcasts.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, Roger, you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage, SmackDown. Hold the title, this is Wrestling with Savage. Why?
Because they are the best tag team in the world today! Woo!
George.
Wrestling with Savage.
George, I think George just tried his resume for Tony Khan. I don't know. Up for George, huh?
Wrestling with Savage! But of course.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, Roger, you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage, SmackDown. Hold the title, this is Wrestling with Savage. Why?
I'm trying to give these two W's. I'm gonna try my best. Welcome to Wrestling with Savage, and we are live on a Wednesday night, bringing you AEW Dynamite. What's going on, Gilch?
What's up? What's up?
Long time no see, man. I didn't get to hear. You missed Raw, right? You didn't come out for Raw.
I did not. I had something going on. I was super busy with work yesterday, so I literally just caught up on Raw late last night.
Absolutely, but we're not here for Raw tonight. If you came here to hear about Monday Night Raw, I'll tell you right now, get the fuck out. Because we're not here for Monday Night Raw tonight. Tonight, it's all about AEW Dynamite and your newly crowned AEW World Champion, MJF. Jay, speaking of Jays, how you doing, Jay?
I'm doing good, boss man. I'm doing good. How's everybody doing? Gilch, it's good to have you back. Good seeing you. I see the super kick party is in effect. Anthony, Moxley, what's up?
Yes, Anthony, what's going on, man? I see you got the Moxley shirt on. You might want to lift your phone a little more up so we can see your beautiful face a little more. Just a little bit. It's okay. Fix that. We're sorry we're starting the show a little late tonight. I'm going to blame that on some technical difficulties. I'll let you guess on which cast member caused them. But I'm not going to drop any names here. But somebody on your screen is a villain. Somebody on your screen is a heel, and they're good at it. They love it. They love the heat. Some people on this planet, they love heat. And one of those people happened to be Maxwell Jacob Friedman. And I want to get straight into Maxwell Jacob Friedman because he is the fucking only thing that really matters to me on this show right now. And we got, I don't know, should we start or should we make him wait a little bit? What do you think, Gilch? Or do you want to do the giveaway, right? We have a giveaway coming up. We have a giveaway coming up, but we have no fucking idea how we're going to do this giveaway. So if you guys have any ideas out there in Savage Land, let me know on how we should do this giveaway. I want to know, does somebody want what this man has in his hands right now? He has something in his hands. It's not the phone. He's not giving away an iPhone or nothing like that, so don't get fucking crazy. But Gilch, why don't you show everybody what you were talking about earlier, man?
Keep talking. Give me 2 minutes. I'm just going to share the screenshot because it'll reflect on the...
He's gonna reflect it. All right, we got basically an autograph piece from Bianca Belair. It's a very nice piece. There will be a picture of it later tonight on our Instagram page. It will give you a good reason to go over to our Instagram page, follow us, keep up with everything that we do, and most importantly, get a piece of vision of what the giveaway is. It's very nice. If you would like it in your collection, like I said, drop a comment in any of our social medias, in our Discord, anywhere, how we should do this contest. Should it be a random giveaway? Should we do it based on a, who'd we lose? Did we lose somebody?
No.
Oh, did I fuck us up?
Probably.
Most likely.
Yeah, it's not looking good. This show's a bust. This show is a bust. I'll try to fix it quickly. Let's see if I can. All right, I got this guy here. All right, just don't do anything else, Gilch. Don't do anything
Don't
else.
worry. We're here to the rescue.
All right, you know what? Since I'm
Nothing.
fixing this real quick, Jay, let's go to you. I want your quick opinion. Give me your quick take right now. Kill it on Wrestling with Savage. Give me the hottest take you've ever given me in your fucking life about what you thought about AEW tonight, man.
Just the way I think every Wednesday night. So-so.
So?
I always plan in so-so. That's just how I do. I see some great things, and then it just goes like a roller coaster. You go all the way up, and then you come all the way down. It's what I see every Wednesday. But I did see some very hot, interesting things tonight. I saw probably one of the greatest promos, I think, that we have seen as someone as world champion.
Oh, God.
I seen some other great things from other talented. I thought, well, I don't want to get too much into it. I'd rather just tease the people a little bit. Now that we got everything back and going, Gilch, thank you for, please do not mess it up anymore. Savage, take it away.
I'll try to take it away, man. Hopefully we get through this. I don't know what's going on. We might be possessed tonight, guys. And we actually have a couple of people watching us, so they're probably enjoying this. Dynamite opens up live tonight from Indianapolis. Mox comes out to a cheap pop, says he used to wrestle right down the block at the old Salvation Army gym. Right here. It's been a crazy-ass ride, and you never know what's around the corner, but he has 3 certainties in life, and those 3 are death, taxes, and Jon Moxley on top of the AEW food chain. And what I want you all to do right now is I want you all to know that there isn't a man in the locker room. And then, of course, out comes who else? I wasn't expecting this, actually. I wasn't. It was a little bit of a surprise to me. But here comes Hangman Adam Page. We actually hear some nice cowboy chant, cowboy shit chants. We haven't seen this guy in a while presented in any kind of a big role. And I would think taking on Moxley's a pretty big role. He's still the biggest star they have pretty much as far as popularity goes. Everybody loves Moxley. At least, 1 of 4 does. There's Anthony right there, so there's your fucking proof. 1 of 4 people definitely love Moxley, so he is a popular wrestler. Hangman on his way back. What do we think about this? Basically, real quick, I'll let you know. Mox says, do you want to do this after what happened last time? Big brawl breaks up. Hangman with a big right hand beats down on Moxley. Officials have to come out. It looked like Moxley actually tripped a few times. He looked like a fucking cat bouncing off the fucking walls. The shit was kind of wild, actually. And it did get me hyped for the match. I'm going to go to Anthony after, because I want to hear what he has to say, because he's a Moxley fan. But we're going to save his take for last, because he's actually a fan of Jon Moxley, so what he says is going to have more meaning. Gilch, what do you think about Moxley Hangman?
I could care less.
Okay. You have anything else to say, or that's it? You just don't give a fuck at all? Fuck Hangman, fuck Mox?
Listen. How my Jay as well, our feelings on Hangman. Listen, Moxley, we've been through it. Like, I respect the work he's put in. We talked about the guy was ready to go on vacation until all the Punk drama happened, came back, stepped up, held the title. I don't dislike the guy. I'm a little tired of Moxley for a little while. Like, take a break. Like, go away for a little while.
You're just over it. I don't blame you. Listen, I said I wanted him to take a break more than anything for a while. I've been saying it. But unfortunately, we got our answer. We were all waiting to see what would happen. We got our answer last week when he fucking came out and talked and the whole fucking thing. Didn't he kick off the show last week too? So that's 2 weeks in a row. We have Moxley, the guy that we all thought needed a break. Jay, what do you have to say about this whole situation? Because we know he's not getting a break.
First of all, I love playing Super Mario. I'll play that shit in my sleep. And why I'm saying Super Mario right now? Because this is the perfect pairing. Mario and Luigi, the 2 plumber-style wrestlers, are coming together to try to make a wrestling match. I love this shit. I can't believe I'm laughing and loving this shit. I love this so much. I think it's the perfect fitting. Let's face it. I'm sorry to break your heart, Anthony. I know you're wearing that mock shirt proud. I'm sorry. But I'm just going to say
no, it's just the Mario
and Luigi
reference.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to just say this. It's 2 mids coming together. We don't know what to do with these guys. Let's put them together. Now, good booking, yes, I would have done it a lot differently. I would have probably saved it and do it in a different way. But instead, we see this. It's a perfect fitting if you look at it. And what do these two got to do? Where are they going to go?
And Ant, how about you, buddy? What you got for us with Moxley? Since you're the Moxley fan, are you happy that he's going to have a show and a program with Hangman Adam Page instead of MJF?
I am a fan of this whole thing with him and Adam Page. But my problem is I think it's too soon to put him in a program, because that man just came off of a huge program at MJF, huge, which I feel elevated MJF. But what did it do for him? I don't think it elevated him, because here we are again, and he's going back to Hangman. I want to see him go against Omega again. I loved that feud. That was one one of the best feuds I've ever seen with Moxley. I love the matches that those two put on.
Okay.
I mean, the exploding barbed wire death match, the first match, I forgot what pay-per-view that was. Like, those two are just so violent, and I love the violence that those two guys bring. What does Hangman bring?
Hangman brings his match against Lance Archer, if you remember that one.
Oh, great. Yeah, what did that do for him?
Damn, Ed, that's the most ruthless thing I think I've ever heard you say on this show. Because that match was a banger.
I was ringside for that match.
Ah, damn, that's a hell of a match. Tell me, Gilch, you didn't love that shit. They actually killed it. Lance Archer's another underrated, underutilized talent in AEW. Let's be honest. He really is. I don't care what anyone says.
I don't agree.
Jay, you hate fucking everybody, so what does it matter? I'm fucking so sick of it, Jay. I haven't gone wild on your ass, but tonight might be the fucking night, man. Better be careful what you say tonight. You're going to piss me off tonight.
I saw interesting things. Interesting things tonight. I did start off.
I'm going to say that. I got to say this about Lance Archer. He needs to be on TV more. You should have him on TV more. You should have him on TV and put him in a program than Moxley right now. He needs a fucking break.
I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that.
Anthony, do you know what happened tonight? Moxley just embarrassed himself on live TV. He said,
"No shit, Sherlock.
I am the wrestler. This AEW ring is mine." Are you kidding me? I was laughing throughout the whole thing. Dude, I didn't believe it.
Jay, I know this. I watched the goddamn show. I'm very disappointed in how Khan's booking him now. I don't like how he's being booked.
Well, you better.
So how would you book it? How would you book it?
Okay, good question, Jay.
How would you book it?
How I would have booked it was let him go.
Besides Omega, don't say Omega.
Hold on. Okay, I'll answer. You let him take his vacation. He should have taken his vacation. I am a Moxley guy, but I know I could tell when he's done, and he's at that point of being done. He's drained. That man just had a one hell of 6 months.
Oh, probably more like one hell of a fucking 6 fucking years. I don't think that guy has had stopped taking back bumps in like 6 fucking years, dude. This guy's going in, you know. So, exactly. But that's why, listen, you can't take it away from him, because it's hard to transition back to that kind of style of wrestling once you go take a fucking vacation. You know how hard it is to go take a vacation, and then let's say you're off TV 6 months, right? You haven't taken a bump in 6 months. You know how hard it is to just come back and start taking the bumps he's taking? Like, it's difficult. And maybe he doesn't.
Of course.
I think he wants to wrestle till he wants to retire. That's how I feel like about Mox.
Yeah, I love that attitude with him, but he's got a wife, and 2, he's got a child.
Well, that's why he's probably trying to do it now while they're young and useless. They can't really do anything with them because they're still fucking babies. They're not remembering anything. So he's like, let me make my money now. Let me take my bumps now. And then when my kids are like 4, 5, 6 years old, that's it. I'm riding off into the fucking sunset. That's the dream, I think.
I mean, and the only thing is, I don't know who else you could put him in the program with.
Listen, there's a bunch of guys. Come on, I can sit here and I'll list you a bunch of guys, but
I'm going to say right now,
go for
I
it.
don't want to see him. I don't want to see him in another pro.
You just broke up there, nasty. You don't want to see Moxley in another promo?
No, I don't want to see Moxley with doing another program with MJF right now.
Ah, okay.
Let that stick.
Well, that's why they did this. We all know 100% this is why they did this. They had to put him in a program with someone else to get him away from MJF. So this way, there's a reason why Moxley can't come out, attack William Regal, attack Moxley. Attack MJF. So we pretty much these guys both get kicked out of the arena. These guys both get kicked out of the arena. They're not coming back tonight. Now we're going to move on to the next part of the night, which we got right into the action. There was a beautiful match between Bryan Danielson versus Dax Hardwood. Hard shots from both men. Dax with the 3 German suplexes, and both guys are really laying it in, to be honest. Dax to the top rope. Nope. He comes back into the ring. We get a beautiful power driver by Dax after a nice sequence of all kinds of missed melee shots from both men. It looked like a No Mercy video game sequence, actually. It was pretty cool. Dax going for the flying headbutt. Bryan dodges the roll-up. We get a kick out, big flying knee to the face from Danielson to Dax from the apron to the outside. Crazy, loud, hard, aggressive chops. We get a suplex countered by Dax with a crossbody into a roll-up from Bryan. We get a kick out by Dax. Headshots, headbutts, double clotheslines. I mean, both men were done in the middle of the ring at this point. We get like a powerbomb pin. We get a kick to the head. Honestly, a great match to kick off Dynamite. Danielson able to make Dax tap out. Woo! Wow. Big match. Jay, did you love the match?
Now, this should have been the highlight of the whole show, but it's not. We'll get into that later. But I did enjoy this match. I don't like the finish. I don't think Dax should have tapped out. I would have just loved a pinfall. I didn't love that part. Great spots, the pile driver spot. I loved it when they were on top and Dax reversed it a crossbody, then it pulled over the pin. I loved all that. Great, the 3 German suplexes. This match was really good. This is why I feel going back to Mox, just going into AEW, I feel they started really strong tonight. And it showed right after the segment with Mox and Paige. They go into this match. And I was very surprised by it. It was a great call. And I enjoyed it. I just didn't like the whole tap out. I would just enjoy it.
Okay. How about you, Gilch? Did this match do it for you?
Yeah, loved the match. Thought it was a great match. The only thing I took away from it, I think you guys are going to have a feeling what I'm about to say, is the reverse roll up at 7, 8, 9,
Everywhere.
10 times. Come on. It's so fucking
everywhere.
stupid. It's the only thing that just drives me fucking insane. It's the one thing-
Overdone.
Overdone. It's overdone. Once, twice, maybe the third time, and then that's it. But aside from that, yeah, it was a great match. I kind of agree with you, Jay.
Okay. How about you, Anthony? Sorry.
I would have took a pinfall, but it was a great match.
Oh, damn, Gilch, you cut out too. Right there. I missed like the middle.
The roll-ups I talked about, right? I said I agree with Jay. I didn't really love him tapping. I would have just took a nice pinfall.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that. I didn't like the tap out either at all. I was not a big fan of the tap out. I thought it made him someone who's supposed to be a powerful wrestler. Why he's just tapping out? I mean, Bryan Danielson's awesome, and I get what they're trying to do with him because they're trying to make him like obviously the real next contender for MJF. But Ant, how about you, man? What did this match do for you? Give it a thumbs up.
I give the match a thumbs up. I'm going to agree with Gilch with the whole roll-up, like with the constant roll-up, and with the pinfall. I agree with that because those two men are just extraordinary wrestlers, and neither of them should have taken like a tap-out L, in my opinion.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that 100%. I wasn't a big fan of the tap out. I thought it did more damage for Dax than it did more good for Bryan Danielson. Like long term, there's already people that are disrespecting FTR. Every day, everywhere I go, I see it, I hear it. You say that FTR is the best tag team in the world to somebody, they will go off on your ass and start talking about like the Usos, or they'll start talking about tag teams that are fucking dead. Okay? Let me be clear to everybody that watches this show. No offense, no disrespect to anybody that's dead, but dead people can't be the best tag team in the world. Because they're fucking dead. They're not wrestling. We're not talking about the greatest tag team of all time or anything like that. We're talking about the best tag team in the world right now, which is FTR. So to see Dax tap out on prime time, not a big fan of it, not happy with it. But it was a good match. It was a good match.
Yeah.
You know, that one sequence they had, that they really made it look like a No Mercy video game. You know, the way, like, Dax did, like, a fake punch, and then it looked like he did a charged-up super punch. That shit looked gangster, bro. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That shit looked like No Mercy.
Those two wrestlers are fantastic.
Yeah,
and
without a doubt.
The fact that you just threw those two together to put them in the ring to give us a show to give us the show. I loved it. You know, like Tony Khan didn't do anything wrong with that, but now here's a problem. Where do we go?
Well, where we go from here is we're going to go to MJF in a moment, and then we can get back into Bryan Danielson, because later tonight MJF is going to talk a lot about Bryan Danielson. I mean, let's be honest. The shots were fired tonight from MJF. My man went off with a machine gun with a fucking 60-round clip, and he shot everyone in the locker room. Whether you want to admit it or not, shots were fired tonight. And we're going to get into that just in a little bit. For now, why don't you guys check out this quick video from one of our castmates who couldn't be here tonight, Thomas Babiak. Barbells and Body Slams, man. He was on Busted Open this morning. He kicked off the show on Busted Open. I'm driving 9 in the morning, Busted Open hits, and I hear Thomas's voice because I had seen his video the night before. I got hyped. I was like, hell yeah, Tom. Good shit, man. Barbells and Body Slams. Go fucking follow them if you want to get some inspiration.
Barbells and Body Slams, I have a unique approach to not only help you become inspired from some of your favorite memories and characters in the past and present in professional wrestling, but to actually help you take action and become the best version of yourself.
Well, what do we got over here? Bada boom, realest guy in the room. How you doing? And listen, you people want to climb to the top of your fitness goals, have success, there's one way to do it. Barbells and Body Slams.
Barbells and Body Slams on YouTube. Check it out. Beautiful people, baby.
AKA Crime Time. Yo, you need to watch Barbells and Body Slams on YouTube. Check it out.
Oh, what a rush.
Everybody, this is the Godfather, and I want you to check out Barbells and Body Slams. They got a cool episode on the Godfather, man. Check it out. Peace.
Hi, everybody. This is Jim Cornette telling you to watch Barbells and Body Slams, the YouTube channel that will motivate you, get you fit, and get you ready to fight. Remember, it's Barbells and Body Slams, and it's the way to live your life, baby.
All right, guys, you saw it right there. Barbells and Body Slams. Go give them a follow everywhere on social media. All right, so now we have a interview with Ricky Starks. And when they start telling us that next week, the Dynamite Diamond Ring Tournament Battle Royale will be coming up. And I loved how they had a poster for it, and it had like 3 MJF banners. That shit looked fucking sick. I loved it. I love how they just suck it off MJF. I fucking love it. Oh, so many people are so mad. So many people are so mad, Guilt. You know how many people are mad right now? They're so mad. Oh my God. They're so mad. We're going to get into that later, though. MJF is money, man. Ricky Starks is going to enter that Battle Royale next week, and he's calling it that he's going to win the Battle Royale. He's coming for everything that MJF has. He's coming for his spot. And he says, everything that you have, I am owed that as well. I am absolute Ricky Starks for a reason, and ultimately I will prove that I am absolute. Then back from break, it's official. Mox and Hangman, they're back at it in the stupid parking lot. Moxley got rammed into a steel gate. Officials are breaking it up again, and we're told that they're both being ejected from the arena as we're coming back in the camera shot, and we're in the ring now. for a moment right before another interview. Here's the whole interview segments. Renee Paquette with Wheeler Yuta and Claudio and the JAS. Daddy Magic killed this fucking promo. Shout out to Daniel Garcia for wearing the Jordans on TV. But this whole promo, this whole thing, Jack Hager. Jack Hager is a gift from the gods. His one line, I like this hat. Yo, Gilch, I almost fell out of my chair, man. The timing of it was so fucking perfect. I don't know about you guys. You probably thought this was all shit. I'm sure Jay thought this was shit. But to me, his one line was so powerful. I'm a big believer in that purple hat. And I feel like this is the best gimmick he's ever fucking had in his fucking life. Jay, I'll go to you first. What'd you think about all this stuff that we were talking about, man? That I was talking about. Jay's muted, I think. Either that or...
Totally disagree with you. His best gimmick was We the People. We all know that. Please, don't put him down, all right?
All right.
Let me get into this segment real quick. You know why I like this segment? I'm going to tell you why I liked it. Because Claudio just got exposed on live TV, just like Saraya got exposed on live TV a few weeks ago. He can't cut a promo. And, you know, WWE did a great job covering it because he wasn't, let's face it, he was just a mid and all he did was just fight and not cut promos. And you see it right now. He didn't know what to say. He was hesitant. This could have been pre-recorded, whatever. He was still hesitant. He didn't know what to say. He walks out. I thought it made him look weak. I'm kind of missing the old Cesaro guys. I don't know about you. The old Cesaro that would kick ass and do more than 2-3 move sets. I don't know. I just thought he got exposed tonight. Garcia did a great job playing the heel, acting all tough and shit. I like that shit. You want to be all tough? Yeah. And another person that got exposed, everybody said give him a chance. Even you, Savage. The boy Wheeler Yuta.
Wheeler Useless?
Cut a promo.
Wheeler Useless over there? Back to Wheeler Useless. Yeah, well, listen, man. He took a bad loss to the champ, and he's never been the same. That's how I feel. Gilch, what'd you see in this? Any potential, any promise, anything you're interested in?
I'll call this like, you know, my comedy skit with the whole hat thing. You know, we need comedy at some point, and I guess this will be it. But you know who makes this whole segment actually like bearable?
Daddy Magic.
No, Renee.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
The quality of the interviews since she's come on board has been light years better than whatever like randos they'll have doing stuff. I mean, she's so good. She holds her own. She's just phenomenal at what she does, and it gives like these promos a little more reputability.
Yeah, she's.
Is that a word?
Good. Great. You know, she's one of the best at what she does, to be honest. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. How about you, Ant? What do you think about Ricky Starks or, you know, the promo that we had with JAS?
Ricky Starks is rising, and I'm loving it. Tony Khan needs to stop booking this JAS and Blackpool bullshit. I'm getting fucking angry with it. It's getting annoying. End their fucking thing.
You don't like the purple hat?
Okay, the purple hat is great. I love the purple hat. Jake Hager's kind of growing on me with the purple hat. But Will Yuta is way better than this shit, to me. He is way better than this shit. And the fact that Tony Khan keeps putting him and Cesaro, and I'm going to agree with Jay on this one, because I know I don't agree with him a lot on a lot of things, but I agree with him on this one. Cesaro got exposed. Cesaro needs to expand his moveset, because all he does is that twirl like 12 times.
That's not true. He does uppercuts and stuff.
It is true.
Don't forget the uppercuts. He lands 7,000 uppercuts. In one
yeah, he does uppercuts.
Unnecessary.
And I've seen him, listen, I've seen him actually do a forearm once.
I saw him live.
I know Gilch saw the forearm, right, Gilch? We saw a forearm.
But
it was one forearm and 82 elbows and uppercuts. That's it.
But here's the thing, though. The four of us know he's better than that. And they just have a 3-move repertoire. Let
me tell you something. Cesaro, okay, not Claudio. Cesaro hasn't been the same ever since he body slammed Andre the Giant over there, wannabe Big Show, out of the fucking Royal Rumble, and that was a hell of a moment. That was a WrestleMania moment. That was a WrestleMania picture. I mean, just this. I can close my eyes and see it now with Big Show in the air, and he held him, and that shit looked nasty, man. He's never been the same since that day.
You know what'll help him?
But the other thing is, I'm also loving the heel work with Garcia. He is doing great work. Daddy Matt, like, those two are just getting better. Every week.
Who's your favorite member of the JAS, Ant? Besides Jericho.
Besides Jericho? Ooh.
Same question to you, Gilch and Jay, if you guys have an answer you want to chime in.
It's a tie between Daddy Magic and Garcia. I mean, I'm going to put Garcia over because that kid is just shining right now.
Did you say
He's
favorite
the star.
or best?
Your favorite. Your favorite. Your favorite.
I'm a Sammy Mark, so, you know.
I feel like he's not even in the JAS anymore. I feel like he got kicked out.
No, he is. He's still in it, and his girl was in it tonight. She came out with Anna Jay. But you know what?
That's right.
Revitalize Cesaro's momentum in AEW. His soon-to-be conversion back to a sports entertainer, baby.
Okay. I mean, I don't see Sammy staying with Jericho long, man. I see a babyface turn for Sammy at one point.
Yeah.
It's only so long that he can stay heel. He's too fucking good to not be selling merch and people fucking just going crazy for it. He's awesome.
We've talked about 2.0, like early on, like I was like, get these fucking guys on television. There's so many tag teams I want to see. And then this version of them with the JAS and Daddy Magic.
They won you over.
It's phenomenal. It's such good work.
Yeah, no, Daddy Magic's phenomenal. Every time he gets on the mic, he kills it. Just like he seems like he's like somebody like me. Just has like Red Bull in his fucking veins, like Gilch would say. You know what I mean? Just he's always fired up. He's always ready to fucking be intense. I love that shit, man. We'll see what happens with them though. But yeah, I don't want to see a lot more of this whole Blackpool Combat. I don't think the Blackpool Combat Club is going to last a lot longer, to be honest with you.
No, they're going to break. They're going to break up.
That's the truth of it. So that's why maybe they're being booked so shittily. So, they can just move on, man. But now we're going to move on to a match, AR Fox versus Samoa Joe. And Samoa Joe has taken bigger shits than AR Fox. He makes quick work with him. Nasty leg sweep into the running senton to take us to break. Fox tries his best to take Joe off his feet with some quick kicks and some offense, but Joe avoids the top rope attack from AR Fox. We get a huge Goliath fucking elbow attack, shoulder kind of attack. He just launched this guy into the ropes like a piece of shit. And then the muscle buster. And this is over, man. Someone get this man an ambulance. I know he was just signed to AEW, but that dude looked like he got fucked up, man. Joe has the mic and says, "Welcome to a new era. I am the king of television." Wardlow says, "I hope you enjoy playing the role because I am coming for what's mine. Because this ain't your world. It's Wardlow's world." Gilch, I'll go to you first. Do you think it's Wardlow's world or is it Joe's world right now?
I can't really see the benefit of keeping his title on Joe for an extended period of time. His point in his career, he doesn't need it.
But he's the king. He's the king of television now. He said.
Yeah, I guess so.
How about you, Jen? Do you want to see Samoa Joe beat the shit out of Wardlow, or do you want to see Wardlow get some revenge?
Right now, I'm looking online to know how to do moonsaults and 450s and backflips and cartwheels, because if I could do these things, I could get a job at AEW too. And that's what I saw tonight from AR Fox. This guy, what the fuck did we just see? I don't know. I don't know if you call this a match. I love the Samoa Joe promo. Pure fire. But another person got exposed tonight, and that's Wardlow. And I think I got something here. What do I got here? He said, what he said here? "Oh, is that as good as the last nickname, War Joe?" That line fell so flat for me. I wasn't even buying it. And it even got more flatter when he says, "No, it's not Joe's world. This is Warlow's world." I thought it was just pathetic. I thought he got exposed. This guy cannot cut a promo for his fight. Good wrestler, great moves, but what the fuck? Please, somebody help.
I mean, dude, this guy just beat you in a triple threat match, and you're coming out here telling him it's your world, yet he's carrying your title.
Listen, if you want to be the champ, you got to cut a promo. I don't give a shit if this guy does 10 symphony bombs on SJF. As long as you're the champ, you got to cut a promo the next week or the week after. You just have to, and he can't do it. He can't do it. He got exposed.
How about you, Ant? Do you think he got exposed, or do you think Samoa Joe is just a viable threat?
I'm going to just say this. The TNT title is just as dead as the 24/7.
Damn, that's a statement. That's a hot take. I might say that on Busted Open tomorrow.
It's got no meaning. The Intercontinental title has more meaning than this stupid fucking title.
Well, you're talking about a title. You're talking about a title that's been around for 45 years.
But Gunther's making it more relevant than Samoa Joe is, and fucking Wardlow. I'm sorry, this title's dead. Get it off of the TV. Come up with something else.
So you just want them to scrap the title. So you're gonna tell me right now, you're gonna go up to Samoa Joe and say, "Hey Joe, I need you to throw that title in the trash because it's fucking worthless."
I take a steel chair to his back.
Damn.
And then I would take it and I would throw it out, or I would do what Stone Cold did: take the title and throw it off of the bridge into the water, and tell Tony Khan to go screw himself.
He'll probably go get it. I think he's a good swimmer. He's from the islands, I hear. Probably a good swimmer. All right. Well, Joe might kill you after that, but if you survive, you come back on here and you tell us all about it. Let's move on now to the promo that I was impressed with. And it's not a promo, it's a vignette. I love everything they've been doing with Hobbs. He's like, I walk up and down these streets. I was bullied, beat up. But I'm going to let each and every one of you feel the pain, the hurt, the happiness. And I am taking what belongs to me. What's going to happen next? Jay, what's going to happen next in the next chapter in the book of Hobbs?
Oh man, I just hate to badmouth people because I just gotta call them to being so fucking stupid. But they finally fucking got it right, and they should have started this shit off with Hobbs in the first place. I don't even know why they fucking did it now. I guess Tony Khan just got a lightning bulb in his fucking head and said, "Oh, I should have done this." This works so perfectly. I loved it. I love the video production. I can't wait to the next one. It was great. It fits with Hobbs because he's from the fucking streets and he's tough as fuck. And we all know about the sad story about his brother. This is a piece of his brother. We all know about that. So I love it because it's true. It's legit. Whoever fucking told Tony Khan, hey, we should be doing this, should get a fucking gold star.
How about you, Gilch? What do you see in Hobbs' future? What's the next chapter of Hobbs got for you?
Hobbs' future should include fucking world titles, but I have zero fucking confidence that they're going to book him the way he's supposed to book.
I just cannot see him in a match with MJF for a while.
I just love this street fight. He just looks like I'm from the streets and I'm here to kick ass.
Well, the thing is, he looks like he can beat up everyone. He looks like he can beat up everyone. There's no one you can put in the ring with him that won't look like he can beat him up.
They didn't present it right.
No, but maybe now they are. Maybe there's going to be a slow build. I mean, I want to know what he's talking about. What's his right now? Is he talking about the TNT title? Is he talking about the AEW title? I don't know. Do you also think it was a mistake they never made Ricky Starks and him tag team champs? How about you, Ant? Did you think they should have been tag team champs back in the day? Hobbs and...
Yeah.
Yeah? And what'd you think of Hobbs' promo tonight? Or vignette, I'm sorry.
Hobbs is just getting so much better. And I'm going to agree with Jay that they finally hit the nail on the head with him, because this guy is from the streets. And and I'm going to agree with you too. This guy looks like he could beat the shit out of anyone. I don't want to. I'm going to say this again. I don't want to see the TNT title on him. You need to book him. Put him in a feud with Moxley. Have it go to Revolution.
That's different.
Have him and Hobbs fight at Revolution and make it a street fight. Those two would excel. That would be match of the goddamn night right there.
I feel bad for your boy Moxley, though. Gonna take a hell of a beating that night. God damn.
Both of them would, though. Honestly, those two know how to fight.
I mean, Hobbs to me, like I said, man, he looks like he'd give Brock Lesnar a little bit of a problem too, type of shit. You know what I mean? He's got some wild strength to him. But let's move on. We get a Hook video package that's basically narrated by Taz, and he's just explaining how he beat Lee Moriarty. He explains how Hook was able to get out of the submission and then lock the half Nelson into the red rum. I actually like this. This worked for Hook. He was able to be on TV without being on TV. Taz putting his son over, and it's a slow build, and I'm going to go on record to say it here. If there's one person I have to pick from today that's going to be the guy that takes the title off MJF one day, I think it's going to be Hook. Because first of all, I think MJF's going to be champion till 2024, just like he fucking told us tonight, which we'll get into momentarily, because that's where we're going. MJF went on tonight. He went on and 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 on for 17 minutes. For 23 minutes, you have to wait for the commercial, and then William Regal, and then he came out, and then MJF walked to the ring, and he hugged William Regal, and then MJF started talking, and he didn't stop talking for about 17 minutes, which is like unheard of for promo time. Like, that's insane. And he was able to keep my attention for 17 minutes. I don't know if he was able to keep everybody's attention. I feel like a lot of people were very angry tonight. Very, very angry. Indianapolis was very upset. I'll try to be quick about this, and then I'm going to go straight to Gilch, because he's definitely the biggest MJF guy in here, besides me. I think Jay is an MJF guy, but I don't know how much I trust Jay. Is he a real MJF guy, or is he a let's hop on the bandwagon MJF guy? Because I've loved MJF from the first day I saw him, which is a fact. William Regal now coming down to the ring. Mox has been removed from the arena. We got a proper explanation of that. That's why we see, as Tony Schiavone says, William Regal now slithering his way to the ring. You know, he's such a villain, you know. MJF comes down and says, when the best wrestler on God's green earth is holding the mic, you keep your hillbilly mouths shut. Let me tell you how me and William Regal's unholy union came to be. Fans start chanting, shut the fuck up. He says, you know, MJF, not flustered at all, continues how our unholy union came to be. Regal sent an email to me. He said, I watched on how the firm attacked you, and I see all the potential in you, not just to be a villain, but the greatest villain of all time. I'm willing to help you, but you must be willing to grab the brass ring, not the Dynamite diamond ring. Sincerely, Mr. Regal. We met behind closed doors many times, and I can tell you, all of you with certainty, that he is a fucking genius. MJF goes on to say that he doesn't care about the firm. He said, you know, why would I do anything about it? You know, that would take effort, you know, and my effort, you know, it's not good. It's poor, like you. Let's talk about this title right here, man. Out with the old and in with the new. Whenever I look at this title, I kind of want to gag in my mouth. Not just because I'm in Indiana. It needs an upgrade. It lacks class, and it reminds me of all the men who held it previously. All talented in their own right, but we can all agree none of them are on my level. Right there, shots fired to Jericho, CM Punk, Moxley, Hangman, Adam Page. That's why this version of the title, much like all of you, is garbage. Throws it over the ring. You know, he might as well put it in a garbage can. That would have been the first time we've seen the men's world title get dumped in a fucking garbage can. But instead, he just dumps it over the top rope. Then we see the Burberry custom title, which, by the way, the moment it goes on pre-order, I will be buying it, and I will be buying a suit. I'm gonna do the same thing he did. You guys know his suit. You know what it said tonight, right? The stripes. Gilch, do you know what the stripes said? Better than you, and you know it. Better than you, and you know it. Custom stripes. I mean, this guy went all out, man. The Triple B is here. Honestly, when do pre-orders start? It's now the most important title of all of sports, he says. He says, you know, you guys are not like all of your overrated pieces of craps, you know, fake tough guys like Eddie Kingston. You can chant his name all you want, but he's never going to be a champion, he says. Fake tough guys like Ricky Starks. He's a fake star. He's not real. He's not a real star. And then the middest, I love this, the middest of the mid fake wrestlers, Bryan Danielson. Big shot fired right there. Message to everyone on my show and my locker room. As long as I'm in this company, you will never know what it feels like to be on the top. I will be a champion all the way up to the bidding war of 2024, where I will use Triple B to get the biggest money contract in the history of our business. And he starts giving other shouts. He talks about Nick Khan. He talks about Triple H. He says he's getting sick. He said he might not even make it to 2024 because he's getting sick and tired of looking at all your disgusting, grotesque wrestling fan faces every fucking week. So maybe January 1st, Hollywood is going to win. Not WWE, not AEW. Hollywood is going to win. You people are all fickle. Soon you'll be saying you're sick of MJF. But Triple B will be defended rarely, and I will wrestle very rarely. For you disgusting people to see me defend my title, you will have to reach into your pockets and grab the small amount of money you have and order a pay-per-view. I am about to have a title reign that will make Hulk Hogan seem short and sweet. My reign will make Bruno Sammartino roll in his shitty grave. You are now in the reign of MJF, and my reign of terror has just begun. And then Max goes on to praise William Regal, gets him a pop, even tells the crowd, yeah, cheer for Regal. Grabs the brass knucks, cracks him in the back of the head. MJF makes his way through the crowd, which I think that's a first for him. I don't think we've ever seen him go through the crowd before. And then Bryan Danielson has to come out. They check on William Regal, who's selling it really well. He's knocked the fuck out. Ambulance, the whole nine. Gilch, I know you were waiting 2 weeks for this, right? Did it live up to your expectations, or were you expecting more?
It was good. It was really good. One thing I will say is, I don't know if it's just me, but I was actually disappointed with the new belt. I expected that thing to be flashy as fuck. I wanted some more like the distinct Burberry pattern that they have in their clothing and the scarves, like a little more of that color on the strap. I didn't know it was Burberry until he said it was. So I was actually a little disappointed. I thought there was going to be a little more flair in that belt. Promo was great. Nice to see him outside of the New York, New Jersey area, to see that he still is coming out the correct side of the tunnel. He could still get that heat. He could draw it. He could still get 13,000, 15,000 people to shut the fuck up. To me, this was actually like a big night for his character for me, because it was the first time with the title. And we've said it. We saw it when we were at the pay-per-view. We saw it when he was local. He gets a pop that's bigger than maybe the biggest face does in AEW. So to see him come out in a place where he's not liked and he got epic heel heat, to me was huge. And it was great. Promo was great. William Regal, I don't know where we're going with that. I have a feeling maybe that was the last time we see him here. But, yeah, that's my take on it.
Jay?
This promo was great. Like I said, it's one of the greatest promos I think we've seen of the year, and it's well deserved. I don't care how long it takes, 20-25 minutes. It could take as long as that. This promo told you everything that you needed to know. He's the champion. I'm going to agree 1,000%, not 100%. I'm going to agree 1,000% with Gilch on the belt. When you do something like that, especially cutting the promo from the beginning, and we all knew that was a belt underneath. I just expected more, so I wasn't a fan of it, but hey, we got what we got. Thanks for letting us know that it was better than you. Then you know what? I didn't know that, Savage. Good eye on that. Now, this promo tells you, what does it tell you? I'm the champ. You're rarely going to see me wrestle on TV. You're only going to see me in pay-per-view matches, which I agree. I don't think we're going to see him wrestle a lot on TV. I don't even think we're going to see him a lot on TV. Let's face it. He just told you I could go to Hollywood. That means he's filming a movie right now. So we can't expect him to show up every week on Dynamite. So I do expect that, and he just told us that. What else did he tell us? He told us about his future feud with Bryan Danielson. Now, in my mind, I don't know. That's the person that's going to take the strap off in my eyes. Bryan Danielson. Big name like that. Perfect babyface to do it. There's really nobody else. guys could say John Moxley and Page was really fun. So he just told you that as well. Everything he told you in this promo was pure truth. It started off great, it ended great as well. I expected that predictability. I expected him to betray Regal. I think you guys expected it as well. I mean, he just told you, don't call me the devil, man. He's not the devil. Respect.
He didn't need him.
It's on a shirt. You know what I mean? So this promo told you everything you needed to know, and that's why I say it was a great promo. It sets up everything you need to know.
Anthony, what do you got?
When are we gonna put the fire out on this guy?
Never.
He on MJF. This kid is on fire. This kid is on fire. They will never like the promo. His promo was great. I definitely agree with Jay and Gilch on this one. I was expecting something better than what we got, but apparently maybe that's all Tony Khan could afford, because look at the amount of fucking wrestlers he's paying and look at their contracts. Another situation for a different, Anyway, I mean, he hit the nail. He came out acting like an asshole, which we all expected him to be. He's getting heel heat. I have no issues with this segment except for the punch in the back of the neck with the brass knuckles. That's the only thing I didn't like about it.
No, I thought that was the perfect way to end it, because he wants the ultimate heat. He wants to be the ultimate asshole. He wants to be the ultimate bad guy. And I got bad news for Jay. Bryan Danielson's never going to beat this guy, because Bryan Danielson doesn't need a title. He's that big of a wrestler. He's that good of a wrestler. He doesn't need a fucking title. He's there to put on marquee matches, have good wrestling. No, I think an AEW original. You already had your take. It's my take now. I didn't give my take. Can I give my take? Can I give my take? I didn't talk at all during your take. I let you talk till you were done. Now, unfortunately, man, MJF needs to lose to an AEW original, because it's the same reason why Cody needs to beat Roman Reigns. The win will do more for Cody, just like the win would do more for an AEW original, whether it's Darby Allin or Hook or Ricky Starks or Wardlow
Hook doesn't
or
have
Hobbs.
A real belt. Hook has a fake belt.
We're talking about 2024, man. 2024.
Honestly, I see Wardlow taking that title.
Well, honestly, I don't know who's going to fucking take the title, but I'll tell you this. Ain't nobody taking it tomorrow, next week, next year. No. They're not taking it till probably January 2024. And you know what? They might not even take it. He might just dump it in the trash while he cuts a promo on Monday Night Raw. And don't fucking think it can't fucking happen.
By the way, can I say one more thing about this? I also want to say that Tony Khan must be a really bad owner and manager, because you're your star, you give them so much creative freedom to say, you know what, just say whatever the fuck you want to say. I'm gonna back you up, no doubt about it. We've seen this plenty of times, even with CM Punk, and you're just letting your star just talk shit about you and name dropping all these people like Trips and Nick Khan and this and that. You're gonna tell me once he comes to the back, you're gonna fucking love it and give him a hug and fucking great.
You are, because it's gonna get clicks, bro. And that's
not even Vince.
Not even
Vince McMahon would do that.
Yo, Gilch, don't lie.
Because Vince isn't Tony. Anything that can get a pop, anything that can get clicks and views, that Tony's just like, hey.
Yo, Gilch, if MJF comes on Monday Night Raw in 2 years and dumps the AEW title in the world in the fucking garbage can, you know you're gonna fucking lose your fucking mind. You know you would.
I don't know. I mean, if WWE's still on a good trajectory and Trips is still there, I fucking love it.
You'd fucking love it. But anyway, let's move on, man. I thought the promo was fire real quick. The title, it could have been a little flashier, but I actually saw a video of how the belt was made. It looks like it's actually real quality leather that they used. But yeah, it could have been a little flashier, and I would have maybe even changed the side plates. Maybe some custom MJF plates, something like that. Just that little extra something that says MJF. You know what I mean? But we're going to move on. Ricky Starks comes to the ring. Ethan Page then comes out. He tells everyone he's going to win the Battle Royale. He kicks Matt Hardy out, says, we own your ass. Get the fuck out of here. Thought that was funny. Stokely then, he's right next to him. Ethan says, I'm going to be the one that wins the ring. And, that's if you even make it to Winter is Coming. And then Ricky Starks gets attacked by Daivari. That match starts and ends pretty much with a big spear. And I'm going to try to say this correctly. The Rochambeau and the 1-2-3. And Ricky Starks is your winner in a instant squash match. Did anybody give a shit about any of this? Ethan Page, Starks?
You see, this is a perfect example why no AEW original. This is a perfect example right here. Ricky Starks. They buried him. They just buried him.
Who'd they bury? Ricky?
Right? Yeah, you're supposed to have a match. We got a little segment from Ethan Page, like, what the fuck? I didn't even give a shit. And then 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. It seems on Dynamite they always try to
What was the point of that? He's the number 1 contender. Not even
This is MJF's fault. This all stems back to MJF. MJF took like half an hour of TV time. That's why Britt Baker got a 10-second promo. That's why Ricky Starks got a 10-second match.
Why would you do it? Why would you do it? Listen, I'm asking you. If you're the owner, why would you do that?
Because he, like you said, he has. You even said it, Jay. You said it. Tony Khan has MJF's back. I got you. Whatever. Say whatever you want. Do whatever you want. And that's exactly what MJF fucking did.
Well, he's dumb on that.
Maybe.
That's another story.
Maybe.
No,
all right.
Maybe.
Anyway, let's move on. Interview. Jamie Hayter with Britt Baker. Another short, sweet. Baker starts up the promo saying there's a big sit-down with Saraya. But Jamie says, why don't you have a sit-down with me, the women's world champion? And then they tell Renee to sit your ass down. Thanks. Yours truly, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. The whole thing. It was over. Done. There's no... I'm not even going to ask you guys what you thought. Because, you know what? There wasn't much to take in. If you want, does anybody have anything to add about Saraya and Jamie Hayter? Are Britt Baker and Saraya done? Are they going to have another match?
All I'm going to say is I don't appreciate another sit-down with Saraya because I know
I know what she's going to say, too. I'm not interested in it. That's a great point, Jay. Now we get a match with Anna Jay versus Willow Nightingale. The match was actually fun. I'm going to use that word to describe it. I thought it was okay. Willow gets the big win over Anna Jay with a gut-wrench powerbomb. Ruby Soho then shows up after the match. And I believe Taz called her Poopy Soho. Did anybody else hear this? If you go back and listen, Taz fucked up. It said Poopy Soho. Poopy Soho. And yeah, Soho comes out, gets some revenge on Tay Conte. Tay lands on, looked like it was actually a hard right hand, and then Ruby with a headbutt hits the destination. I think it's called the Destination Oh No. Is that what it's called? Destination No?
Unknown.
Destination Unknown. Okay, there you go. Hits that. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Willow Nightingale gets her biggest win on TV, I think, so far. And Ruby Soho makes her comeback. Does anybody care?
First of all, Willow is one of the slowest wrestlers.
She's over right now, bro.
On live TV, I would probly throw my...
Jay, I don't think your laptop... I don't think Jay's laptop can keep up with his voice.
Second thing I gotta say is, hey, Anna Jay led the press.
Okay. Ant, you have anything on Anna Jay, Willow Nightingale, Ruby Soho?
No.
Oh, God. We still have...
No.
Gilch, you have anything to add to his no? Quick. Now we got a promo from QT. He challenges Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy just accepts. He's like, yeah, sure. Yeah. Whatever QT says, he's like, yeah, sure, Lumberjack, yeah. Okay, no problem. Another loss for QT Marshall coming up on Rampage. Loss inbound. Nobody gives a fuck. Thumbs down and boo. Go away, QT Marshall. Go away. Go somewhere. I'm sure there's an indie show that will hire you. Now we get a segment. Jade Cargill wants to know why the baddies were chilling with the trash that she got rid of last week. She looks awesome, and you all need to understand standing next to her is a blessing. So either you two get in line or step off. You're eating off of me. This whole company is eating off of me. I am the brightest star this company has. And she goes on to say Bow Wow is a joke. And then Bow Wow comes on the screen and says, you deserve all the flowers in the world. let's get down to business. And I couldn't really hear what else he said. And he came across as a fucking creeper to me. The last time I liked Little Bow Wow was in a movie called Like Mike. He was 13 years old, cute kid, great movie. I really love Like Mike. That was the last time you were talented, sir.
Relevant.
That was the last time that I saw something that you did with your name attached to it that I enjoyed thoroughly. And that was a long time ago. You were 13. I mean, how old are you now? Like 40? It was like 27 years ago. God damn, Little Bow Wow. Anybody? Gilch, what do you think of Little Bow Wow? Oh, yeah. I will say this. Jade Cargill did look incredible in her, whatever the fuck she was wearing tonight. She looks like fucking money. She looks like money. If she can start looking as good in the ring as she actually looks in person, wow, we have a dangerous combo here, man.
Savage, haven't we said that exact same thing about a gazillion guys and women through history of wrestling?
Yeah, but dude, you know what it is? I was talking with a lot of people in the Nation's Corner earlier in the Discord, and I told them the same thing I'm about to tell you. The problem with Jade Cargill and a lot of the people on the AEW roster is they don't have anywhere to really hone in on their talents. A lot of them aren't allowed to do independent shows. Jade Cargill is not allowed to work for any other promotions. She's not allowed to go do this, that, and the other. There is no training facility for her. There is no wrestling ring set up for her to go do her thing. She's literally getting her practice when we see her on fucking TV, and maybe whatever little time they can afford at the arena the day of, which is usually never, because they're always busy. The ring is always set up last minute, and then it's always taken down immediately. So when do you think she's really in that ring wrestling and practicing?
That's a good point, bro.
You know what I mean? How is she supposed to get better faster if she can't go off and venture and do the things that wrestlers do, which is wrestle? WWE, and that's the other thing, AEW doesn't have house shows.
That may be, but that may be also be something on her too.
No, it has nothing to do with her. That's her contract. That's her agreement. Tony does not. He's protecting her. He does not want her to get hurt. He does not want her to do too much. He wants to keep everything she does 100% controlled, and it's good and bad. It's good and it's bad, because it's bad because she's not going to get any progression in the ring like the way a normal independent wrestler would at all, unfortunately. But I'll say this, she's got the promos down packed. She's got the look, she's got the promos, and if she can get the wrestling down, oh man, goddamn. If I was Tony Khan, maybe you don't want her doing this, that, and the other. All right, take someone that you trust and say, go pick her up on Sundays and Tuesdays and work with her. Like, I don't know if they're doing that, you know what I mean? I really don't, but I'm assuming they're not, Gilch. At least not. I don't know what it is that's not letting that happen. Maybe, like Ann said, maybe Jade Cargill doesn't want to. Maybe they offered her something. Or maybe just no one's not clicking.
Well, I mean, but you, at the same time, I mean, I'm going to disagree. Jade Cargill is looking great. She sounds great. She looks great. She needs to be great in the ring. Put her on dark. Let her wrestle, once a week on dark. Have her get better before you put her in another feud. Just have her go do a squash match or something in the ring with somebody.
Nah, do they ever put anybody with a title on dark?
What?
I don't think they ever put anybody that has a title on dark. I don't think I've ever seen it.
That's bullshit. They put Pac.
He wasn't even on dark. He was somewhere.
He was on dark.
He was the top star. Listen, just because it was dark in the bar doesn't mean that he was on dark. Okay, whatever.
He was on dark. He was on dark.
Oh man, we're gonna keep it moving though. Enough of Jade Cargill. I don't even want to know what you guys thought of this promo, because we know what you all thought of this promo, because we all know that everyone loves the Acclaimed. Drill Sergeant Daddy Ass, everyone loves the Acclaimed and no one wants to fight us. He says, I have an idea, Daddy Ass. This Friday night on Rampage, we give a title shot to the best tag team in AEW. He says, how the fuck are you going to do that when you're the best tag team in AEW? Okay, we'll fight the second best tag team in AEW, and there's one thing left to do. Let's scissor, Daddy Ass. And that was it. Okay. They're going to have a match on Rampage against the second best tag team in AEW. I don't even know who the fuck that is, but apparently it's the second best tag team in AEW. Yeah, that'd be Young Bucks, yeah. That'd be cool. Now we get to the main event, finally. Oh, God. Let me take a deep breath so I can read through this, and then we can find out what Gilch thinks, and then what Jay thinks, and then what Ant thinks, and then we can go to fucking bed. Because I am fucking tired, and I'm sure so are you. And we'll try to keep this short and sweet. The Elite versus the Death Triangle in their third match. Match starts off on the top of the ramp with Pac being targeted early with his broken nose suffered at Full Gear. Kenny goes for the slow motion V-trigger that looked like shit. Pac counters with a super kick. Match still has not officially started as we go to break. Back for break, match has still not started, and we see a triple really dumb spot where all men have them in a powerbomb position. But it looked like something happened and something fucked up, and then Kenny's like, fuck it, I'm going back in the ring. He throws Penta in the ring. Then the Young Bucks do the powerbomb spot, and then Kenny comes back out, takes Penta back outside with him. What is this? Basically, the Bucks powerbomb Ray and Pac on the ring apron, and then Kenny throws Penta back out of the ring. Now Penta with the backbreakers coming alive. We're still not even in the ring yet. Matt Jackson just kicked the ref in the face with the drop kick from inside the ring. Penta has the hammer. Ray stops him. Penta pushes him. Now the Bucks in there. Double super kicks by the Bucks. Kenny with a Snapdragon suplex ends up hitting Kenny in the back of the head with a mishap. Now Death Triangle all climbing the same top rope and jumped each individual separate ways, attacking each member of the Elite with moonsault splashes. Penta now with Kenny hits the Fear Factor power driver that looked fucking gruesome. I know Gilch was probably like, oh shit, that power driver looked fucking sickening. It looked like Kenny Omega's fucking head hit the fucking mat. I was about to say concussion protocol. Pac now going to the top rope. Matt with a save. Super kick to Pac with the Ray. And then we get a super kick to Nick. Now Nick with a double Northern Light suplex. Pac with Avalanche Falcon Arrow on Kenny Omega. Lucha Bros and Bucks getting outside as we go to another break. Pac and Kenny killing it right now because it's just, that's what they do. They're too fucking good. We get a crazy knee to the face from Kenny. Pac with a snap German and Kenny with a clothesline from hell. Now Nick and Ray with some nice sequences leading into a cutter from Nick. Cover, kick out from Ray. More splashes from the Bucks. Super kicks from Pac and Penta with another cutter, super power driver with the stomp. Now Pac with a brainbuster cover and a kick out. Kenny able to steal the win. Kenny saves the day, and he says, he gets the mic, says there's never going to be a sweep while the cleaner is in town. I bid you adieu. Good night. Bang bang. Play that song, would you? Great way to end Dynamite. I loved it. Gilch, what'd you think?
Listen, no one's going to come out and say, this match was okay. You're either a fucking mark for the Bucks and Kenny and the flippy floppy shit, which I am, and I fucking loved it, or you hate it and you hated this fucking match and you hated this whole series. So I liked it. I enjoyed it. It had more good spots than bad spots, but I've kind of had enough of this fucking hammer. I mean, I feel like they're spotlighting the hammer more than they are fucking Kenny sometimes. It's like, all right, enough with this fucking hammer already. Like, it's just...
I agree with you. The hammer spot was not needed, but whatever. I knew they were going to lose right away. The only thing I'll say, my take before I go to Jay, is I thought the match was fun. I am a mark for Pac. I am a mark for the Lucha Bros. I am a super mark for fucking Kenny Omega. This shit was a fantastic fucking match, and it was different than the first two matches, which is not easy to do. You have one match, two match, three. This match they made different. That's why they started outside. They did all the spots. What's up, Gilch?
I was just to what you said. They opened the match with a wrestling match, and they ended it with sports entertainment brilliance.
Yes, absolutely brilliant match. I loved it. Great way to have a third match, and we're still going to get more. The series is now 2-1 with the Lucha Bros, Death Triangle. They have the lead. Jay, what'd you think of this match? It was a flippity, floppity, dippity, doppity bullshit, or did you love it?
Well, you guys should know from the beginning that the match was short. That's what I thought. Way too short because your top star took most of the time tonight. So this match I felt was rushed because, let's face it, it didn't even start. They just started doing the flippy shit on the ramp, I don't know, for a good 10 minutes, and then the match started. I like a wrestling match, guys. I don't know about you. You guys enjoyed the flippy flop shit. I just want to see some spots in the ring. And I saw some good things, but then I see the flippity flop shit. My favorite spot, I have two. Pac with that Avalanche Falcon Arrow. I mean, goddamn, the guy's a fucking beast. And I'll talk about when Omega did the Snapdragon suplex on Penta, followed by the powerbomb, followed by the knee trigger. I thought that was a good spot too. If they could just stay in the fucking ring and stop fucking doing the flippity flop shit The moonsault. Oh my God, he's doing a turbocino. Come on, please.
No, I do agree, Jay.
Less and less of that, and we see more spots like this in the ring. I think we should have a great match. But overall, I think this was flippantly flawed just because they didn't have enough time. This match was rushed.
I do think commentary gets way too excited every time they call out a Tope
Yes.
Silva. Like, Tope Silva! It's like, bro, we see it 100 times in a night.
What was that move that they were saying? Penta with that twirling thing he did, like a 360. I was like, come on.
And what you got, buddy? How'd this match do it for you? Did it end the night correctly for you?
Yeah, it could have been better.
Okay, could have been better. I'll say this. Go ahead. What you got for me? Give it to me.
I'm going to agree with Jay and Gilch on this one. The outside brawl was unnecessary before the match. And I'm going to, again, agree with Jay with the flippity-floppity shit on the outside. Give it to us in the fucking ring. That's where we want to see it. Because it makes it more believable. The way I feel about it is if you do it more in the ring, you pin them, and then they kick out, and it's just you're going to get more of a pop that way. There was barely any pops in that match, especially towards the end. Like the last 5 minutes, there was 5-10 minutes, there was no pop.
I just think a trio match cannot last 14 minutes. And without commercials, it was 14 minutes.
Did we really need?
It needs to be a lot longer than that.
And I think you had the solution there, and we had a match that we absolutely did not need in fucking Willow Nightingale and Anna Jay.
Exactly.
Would you rather see that or take those? What could that match been? 8 minutes, maybe? Or use that 8 minutes towards that match?
Well, what the fuck? No, Ricky Starks' match should have been 6 minutes, and then that Willow Nightingale match, if you're going to let her win, just let her win big, because she's bigger than the other girl anyway. That's more believable. She beat her up. Done. It's over, done. But honestly, once this whole best of 7 shit is over, and honestly, at this point, I don't know who's going to win. I have a feeling that Death Triangle is going to win. I don't know why. I just think they're going to retain, unless this leads to their breakup. Which, you know what? I'm fine. Maybe they break up. Maybe the Elite breaks up. Maybe we just burn the fucking trio titles in general. I don't give a fuck about the trio titles anymore. I'm over it. Instead, give me Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson in a best of 52 series for all of 2023. How about that? I'd be fucking 100% okay with that. I loved how Don Callis didn't come to the ring tonight to get on commentary. He came to the ring to be at the ring. Made it different. Wasn't like the first two. And he makes you miss him a little bit on commentary. And it also gave me the indication that, hey, the Bucks are going to win tonight because Don Callis is all business. He's coming ringside to make sure the Bucks pick up the win. And that's what we saw tonight. The Bucks, Kenny, picking up the win. But like I said, I'll say it again. Next year, Tony Khan, give me Kenny Omega, give me Bryan Danielson. I want best of 7, best of 21. They can fight every fucking week for the rest of the year to kick off Dynamite, and people will watch every fucking time.
I'm good. I agree with that one.
I don't.
Of course you don't, my dog, because you're not my dog. My dog.
I don't need to see a best of 7. Just one match. That's it.
It's not oozy enough for you?
Best of 7. One match.
It's not oozy enough for you?
No,
well, go for it.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I wasn't going to say anything. I don't know.
I heard Uzi, and right away my mind jumped to. I don't want to put us on a tangent, but like I said, I caught up at Raw last night. I missed you guys on Monday. I thought Raw was phenomenal.
Raw was phenomenal, absolutely. Raw was better than Dynamite, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys agree with that.
Oh, that's not a question.
I think Raw, in general, overall episode, quality content, from beginning to end, Raw was better than AEW Dynamite tonight.
And tell you what, man, Triple H is booking fucking Kevin Owens strong as fuck, man.
I heard he has heat, though, with Roman now.
He's I'm hearing that he's that Owens is gonna be facing him at the Rumble.
No, I'm hearing that now Roman is gonna face Sheamus at the Rumble. It's in contention.
Well, I mean,
we'll see. I agree. It should be KO. I should.
Yeah, because there was also backstage heat between them after the War Games match. Actually, there was backstage heat.
That's because Kevin Owens slapped the fucking shit out of him and almost broke his fucking eardrum, though. So Roman was pissed off about it. No. It is what it is. But real quick, back to AEW. I want to ask everybody a question. I'll go to Gilch first. Who is your superstar MVP of the year, male and female? And then who is your upcoming breakout superstar?
MJF, and I think even though he's going to take the loss, people are saying, he's being buried because he's going to lose to MJF. But listen, we want fucking Ricky to get a push. He's going to main event the fucking pay-per-view for the world title. So I think he's going to take a loss, but I think in that loss, they're going to make him look really strong. Maybe even a dusty finish with something like a low blow or something like that. But I think that's the other guy. That's the next guy who's got a rocket ship strapped to his back.
Okay. And how about you, Jay? Oh, you have a woman too? Yeah, that's your MVP?
What was that?
Oh, you have a female that's your MVP? Who's the MVP female?
Fuck, I don't know.
Okay. Jay, how about you? What you got?
I got MJF. I got Britt Baker. And I know everybody's going to laugh at this. There is no breakout star for me in AEW.
Okay. How about you, Anthony? You have anybody who's your MVPs?
Female, Jamie Hayter. Definitely her. She's got that girl. She's gotten so much better in the ring. And yeah, I'm loving her. Male, I would like to see Ethan Page break out because I've seen his matches on YouTube. I've watched some of his matches, and he's got potential. The guy's great in the ring. Tony Khan just doesn't put him in feuds to where it matters. Like the last feud that he was in that mattered was with Jericho's group when he was doing the American Top Team thing.
Okay.
And my MVP, do I really have to say it?
Moxley, yeah.
I mean, because of like what that guy has done after he beat Punk. he didn't, after Punk did the bullshit that he did, he was like, yo, I'm canceling my vacation.
Okay.
That's it.
My female MVP is Britt Baker, without a doubt. My breakout star is Bandito. Bandito is so fucking good. I think he's maybe the best wrestler they have on their roster, pound for pound, as far as like making things look smooth. Wow, Bandito is really good. And then the MVP of the year, you guys are all going to be shocked right now, but my MVP, I have to constitute it by two things. One, how much money they made. B, how many butts they put in seats. C, how much merch they sold. And D, storylines. And guess what? He had fucking all of them. And he was all over the place. And unfortunately, for Maxwell Jacob Friedman, he is not the MVP of 2022. He might be the MVP of 2023. But the MVP of 2022, unfortunately, is actually a man named CM Punk.
Doesn't work for the company.
Yeah, but the dude won the title twice, right? He won the title twice. My man came back, he broke his leg. He came back, broke his fucking knee.
So check this out. Check this out. If that's the case, then I'll switch my male MVP for Cody Rhodes.
For this year? Yeah, how many matches did he have in AEW? 2? When did
I'm
he
just
leave?
saying, I put him in general.
Actually, that's a great question, though.
Last year.
Gilch, when was the last time Cody wrestled on AEW? What was his last match in AEW? I'm so curious now. I need to know that.
Probably
it was that
February.
That match, right?
February. Dude, I really would have loved to see one match between Cody and Punk before, Because I'm not going to lie, man. I was actually, listen, you guys can shit on Punk all you want, whatever, but at the end of the day, all the way up until that Hangman match and that whole Young Bucks fiasco, I was actually enjoying a lot of Punk matches. I was there live when he beat Hobbs. I wasn't a fan of him beating Hobbs. But his match with Dax Hardwood was really good. He had, a couple of matches. And to me, he shit the bed when he decided to do that buckshot lariat, man. It was all downhill from there.
For me, like with the whole thing with Punk, I also loved him when he came back. I was like, yeah, but then once you started doing.
That was a special moment, man.
Yeah, I mean, I was as good as everyone.
Of course. Of course it was. I know. I watched the fucking thing. I know how.
That shit made grown men cry.
What? Oh yeah, it did. But my thing is, you won the title twice, and then you got injured 3 freaking times. With all those title shots, to where we had to have an interim, and Tony Khan has to stop with this interim bullshit because it's pissing me off.
Wait, are you guys down to do a quick CM Punk panel?
Yeah, why the hell not?
Yeah,
We're gonna do it.
I want to say one thing.
We're gonna do it during this show.
You said your MVP was CM Punk, right?
Of this year, if I have to take the whole body of work, yeah.
You said he put asses to seats, right?
He did, unfortunately.
So now you understand my decision and pick on Bryan Danielson taking the title off. Yeah.
I do.
Because no AEW original can put asses to seats. I'm sorry, you could say Darby.
Well, not if we don't build them that way. But hold on, Jay. We're going to start this all over real quick.
Right, do you consider Kenny an original or just a non-AEW guy?
Well, Kenny has a busy schedule. We all know he's going to Japan, so you can't have him really in.
All right, so we're going to start this over real quick with our 20-minute mark, so I'm going to make this a separate video on YouTube. Here we go. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Wrestling with Savage. I'm here with the cast and crew of Wrestling with Savage, and we're about to get into CM Punk right now. We're going to give you a quick, maybe 15, 20-minute little panel about CM Punk and what we think about him and his career. And real quick, I'm going to get into it. Gilsh, what's your favorite CM Punk match of all time and his whole career, WWE and AEW?
Beating Cena.
Okay. Jay, what you got on that one?
Insane.
Beating Cena. And how about you, Ant? What you got?
The Dax Harwood match.
Dax Harwood, okay. I'm going to have to agree with the majority here. His program with Cena and then kissing Vince McMahon, hopping over with that title. That was a very special moment. But for me personally, my favorite match of CM Punk was him against Undertaker. And I'm being biased because I was there live. And it was such a good fucking match. And I just had such a good time. And I wanted him to win. I was hoping that he would be the guy to beat The Undertaker. But it didn't happen. But now we have CM Punk this year, AEW, a lot of drama, a lot of problems. And I want to get to Jay first because Jay was a big CM Punk advocate all year long. So Jay, I want you to tell me a couple of things. I want you to tell me, how did you feel? How did you feel when he first showed up and had his big return? And then how do you feel now that it's all said and done?
First of all, his career is never said and done. Let's face it, he does commentary for MMA, so we all he has probably more money than probably those AEW superstars, including our boy, MJF. That being said, I mean, you guys know how I felt. I don't need to tell you guys. You saw the YouTube video.
Actually, we do need you to tell us because this is a fucking video about CM Punk.
Hold on. You guys know how it is. You felt the excitement, goosebumps running down your arm. So like, wow, this is the greatest thing I've seen in pro wrestling. Long time. It's exactly how everybody felt. In my opinion, I don't think I need to say more. I think everybody saw it. And now everybody saw this mess that we had. I don't think it's a mess. I think I've been telling you guys quite the fucking longest, but you guys love these like so-called Marvel movies with this Doctor Strange, this mirror image. You guys live some mirror image. Let me break it down to you. This all got demised because of one person who can't control his star. That's Tony Khan. I just gave you a perfect example. If you guys saw it earlier, please watch it earlier. I did say that Tony Khan, you must be fucking stupid to let your top star just talk shit about your company just because, as my man Gilcho says, for views or this, etc., etc. I think that was the real demise. And you know what? When you're a fucking boss and you're sitting next to someone and you're just shitting on your EVPs right in front of you, I think the first thing you need to do is, okay, we need to cut that shit. There was none of this. There was none of that. There's no control. You can see it. And I still see it to this day. I think that's the whole demise. I think there's too many egos in play. There's 4 fucking egos, not just one, because everybody likes to point the finger at the guy that's eating food while talking. It's not 1, it's 4. And I didn't expect less to bring your guys that you built the back. I didn't expect it one bit. I always suspect that was. It was dang well given. Was it the right call? You guys tell me on that. But overall, Tony Khan just doesn't know how to do business properly. Doesn't know how to manage it. I think I was having so much hope because I saw great the Big Show. Hall of Famer Mark Henry busted open. Shout out to Mark Henry busted open. All these great people, William Regal, that have so much experience and know how to not only teach you but direct and motivate and produce and tell you how creative you should do it like this. No, you should book it like this. You should book it like that. We didn't get that, and we got this mess. It's unfortunate. I was heartbroken about it, you guys. I still have the shirt to this day, and I just wish that these 4 egos put the egos aside. I fucked up. We fucked up. We should have not barged into your locker room. I fucked up. I should have never talked shit about you guys. Let's do business together. I think we could do the thing. But
you
again,
said that, Jay.
Come and play. That's it.
Jay, you said a key word right there. Egos. Do you really think any of those bastards are going to put their egos aside? I'm going to be honest. I don't think
they're still there.
Exactly, but there's no way in hell that Tony Khan is going to bring that dude back. And I am going to agree with you on the whole thing with CM Punk at that media scrum. Tony Khan needs to stop just letting these guys do what they want. First of all, you're coming into a media scrum with food from like a bakery, beers, like, dude, what? And then you shit on the entire locker room to not say one thing about your match with Moxley. You just went off on about Colt Cabana. Dude, you're butthurt about that? And then you're sitting there saying that, the EVPs of this company can't manage a target. I'm praying one day that the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega see Punk somewhere and beat the piss out of him.
Damn.
He deserves it.
How about you, Gilch? Do you want to see CM Punk again in AEW?
No. Was I excited as everyone when he came back? Did I get the goosebumps? Yes. It ended after about 2 promos and 2 matches, but he was, half dead after a minute and a half for me. Now, I'll say this. Do I think this was, again, the dirt sheet stuff back and forth? People are saying that, it was his ego in the back. And listen, we know he's got an ego. We know he thinks he's better than everyone else. So do I think that was the deciding factor along with this stupid media scrum? Yes. But I will agree with Jay. This was facilitated because you have a fucking loony bin back there with no one in charge. No one says, don't do this, don't do this. No one goes back there and tries to bring tempers down. No mediation. So, do I think like he's always done, CM Punk would have worn out his welcome and maybe leave with drama? Probably, but probably not now. Maybe in 3 years, 4 years. I think this was definitely facilitated by just Tony Khan's lack of structure for these guys.
I want to throw this one out there. I don't know if anybody caught when Jericho was done with his interview with the scrum that same night. He told Tony Khan. He said to Tony Khan, straight up, you heard it. It wasn't that loud, but you were able to hear it. He was like, "There's things going on backstage." Tony Khan's like looking at him like, "What?" He's like, "There's a brawl going on backstage." You unprofessional. That's unprofessional. You should have ended the scrum right there. Went in the back, handed out suspensions and handed out fines. but instead you're sitting there still constructing a media scrum. Tony Khan was wrong for that one. I'm going to say, in my opinion, he was wrong on that. He should have went back there, restored order, handed out fines, and handed out suspensions.
You know, it's like you said, that really quickly, that media scrum, it's so stupid to even call it a media scrum. It's bloggers. It's guys like us. I know if I get that pass to go into that media scrum, I'm looking to stir shit up.
Check this out, and I'll let Savage take over. But check this out. You're a wrestler. You have a pay-per-view. You come in at 11, already in the arena, and you're fucking there to what? 12, 1, 2, your top stars? I mean, you're burning them the fuck out. They're going to let their frustration. But you got to have some control. And, you know, Anthony, I know what you said, but like I said, it should have been cut way before that. It should have been cut.
Definitely.
It should have been cut right there.
Well, two things I gotta say. Actually, more than two things, but I'll get into it as fast as I fucking humanly can so we can end this CM Punk scrum that we have going on here right now. First of all, media scrum is a fucking joke. There is no media there. It's a bunch of journalists and wrestling fans and a bunch of people that have no business actually asking these people any questions at 1 in the morning or 12:30 or whatever time it was. Punk was actually tired, and he said no lies. He did not lie. He said no lies. That's the fact of the matter. At the end of the day, whatever Punk said, did, this, that, after, he actually didn't lie. He's working with children, immaturity, ego, stupidity. I've heard from multiple sources that Punk has been an open person. You have a question, you can ask him. You want to have a conversation with him, you can ask him. If you want to tell him to watch your match and critique you, he will. I have heard from multiple sources that Punk was the last one out, first one in. Talking to people, working with people. So it's evident that Punk actually really does love pro wrestling. The problem is his ego gets the best of him at the wrong fucking time. This media scrum happened to be that. Now, I'm also going to say this. There's a slight chance, and I'm going to say slight chance, that this whole fucking thing is a fucking work. Because Punk was fucking injured. He had to disappear for 9 months. So how do we make it relevant? Let's just cause a big fucking stir. Kenny's a very creative guy. I would not be surprised if years from now we find out this whole thing was conjured up between Kenny Omega and CM Punk for an ultimate storyline that's going to come into play next year. And I'll tell you what, if one day we get a match between CM Punk and Kenny Omega, you better believe that this was set up from that scrum day. All right? But if we don't get the match between Kenny Omega and CM Punk one day, then that's how you know that this whole thing was fucking real. And, you know, a bunch of stupidity went on, and the lead person of stupidity was Tony Khan, because A, he didn't get up and do anything about it. B, he allowed it to happen. He allowed Punk to even, the whole fact that he even has this media scrum. You know what I mean? It's stupid. You don't need a media scrum. Yeah. These guys just killed it in the ring. Let them go home. Ask your questions on the fucking internet. You know, I don't know, whatever, man. But if it is a work, though, you got to admit it's genius. And you have to admit it.
I can't see it possibly being a work, but if it is, holy fuck!
If it's a work, though, you have to admit it's.
We're the Mark lineup. If that's
bro, people haven't talked about something in pro wrestling like this since Bret and Shawn. This has that kind of like heat on it. People want to talk about it. People want to hear about it. People want to know about it. This is going to be something that's utilized in this storyline for a long time, I think. I don't think we're done with Punk. I think Punk gets healthy. I mean, Punk comes back, and hopefully he changes his wrestling style a little bit, and they book him better. In my opinion, I'll go right to you, Ant, right after this, but in my opinion, CM Punk was booked very poorly. He came in way too hot, just knocking off all your superstars left and right, and in my opinion, wrestling too much, too quick. Look at Saraya. She's been back for how many weeks now? She's only had one match.
CM Punk, like the greatest comeback ever. You got to come in and shoot him like a fucking rocket as far and as hard as you can. You had CM Punk. He hasn't wrestled. I mean,
yeah, but you're going to... Exactly. He hasn't wrestled, so why are we putting him in a match every single fucking week? He was literally wrestling almost every week or every other week. And he was even wrestling on Rampage. Sometimes he wrestled 2 times in one night. Let's not forget that. And this is when Rampage was never live. It was always taped.
But his matches did something that no star has done.
It made people watch the show. That's what it did.
No, all his matches that he had, even those mediocre wrestlers, it made sense. That's why it works.
His storyline, we got to admit, if we're talking storyline of the year, is it not MJF and CM Punk?
I'm saying with everybody. It could be.
No, I'm asking personally, what is your AEW storyline of the year right now, Gilch? If you can only pick one, which one is it? Which one had you the most?
It's got to be that, because you go back to, you think about when he looked like he was going to turn face, and then they hung him with the fucking chain. He wiped the blood on his face.
Yeah,
that was fucking great, man.
We could sit here and talk about all the low points of CM Punk, which is a lot recently, but if you talk about the high points, that storyline with him and MJF was the best thing AEW produced on television this year. Genuine intrigue on every segment, and a hell of a match. And what do you think?
Here's my thing is you ruined one of the biggest I'm going to say right now, you ruined one of the biggest storylines he was going to put himself in AEW. It would have been that MJF and Punk feud. That was going to skyrocket the both of them. And I'm going to have to say I disagree that it's a work. Because to me, if it was a work, Jericho wouldn't have gotten up and told Tony Khan that there's a brawl going on.
They might have told him to say that. It's a fucking TV show. Sometimes there's scripts and lines, god damn it. I want to believe it's still real to me. Yes.
Media scrum.
Tony is that sick in the head, man. First of all, let me take it a step further. Don't be surprised in 20 years when the documentary comes out that AEW was pretty much started by Vince McMahon's phone call to somebody. Oh, you want to start something? I got you. I'll send you half my roster. We need a new WCW competition.
Honestly,
we need competition.
Honestly, I want to see AEW and WCW. Wow. I want to see AEW and WWE merge.
Well, and I'll tell you what, if you hit the fucking lottery, you should buy WCW from WWE and revive it, and then go live against Tony Khan on Wednesday nights on the what channel would you want to be on?
Honestly,
by NXT.
NXT.
I mean, honestly, that would be a very interesting thing to watch, because then you would have 3 shows on. Yeah, the rosters would be packed up, packed, but at the same time, you would make more appealing television. In my mind.
All right, so if this isn't a work and it's real, all right, and his time in AEW is done, do any of you have any interest in seeing him have a WWE homecoming?
Nope.
Nobody.
I don't think I would, but I don't think he fits in no more. And I don't think we need him.
Damn. How about NXT? Impact? What if Punk goes to Impact? Does anybody give a shit?
Yeah, put him in front of 6
I wouldn't be surprised in a year and a half if he's bored and he follows Tommy Dreamer and those guys. Oh yeah, I'll show up.
Imagine he becomes
for 4 weeks.
Oh my God, Gilch! What if he becomes one of the hosts of Busted Open? Oh man, I can't even imagine the phone calls he's gonna get. Some people are gonna call him and just curse at him. And they're gonna act all nice to get on the air, and they'll be like, "Fuck you, CM Punk, you piece of shit! Fuck your ice cream bars, you cocksucker!" I'm gonna just rip them apart, man. Poor CM Punk. Anyway, I think we've heard enough of CM Punk. I told you guys we try to keep it short, under 20 minutes, and that's what it's been. This has been Wrestling with Savage. We gave you everything AEW. We did a little CM Punk little panel, and thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Anthony, for being here again, as always. Big Moxley fan. Gilch, it's always a super kick party at his fucking house. And Jay, he's getting ready to go to the bar right around the corner behind him, and he's going to set up that nice drink, that nightcap, go to bed with a little sweet taste in your mouth, maybe.
Tune in on Monday for info about a giveaway.
Yeah, if you guys have any ideas on how we should do this giveaway, leave a comment. Otherwise, me and Gilch are going to talk about it and we'll figure it out. This Monday on Raw, we'll let you know how you can win this Bianca Belair signed piece. Oh, it's beautiful. Look, there it is. It's gorgeous. Ooh. She has a beautiful signature, I got to say.
11 by 14, big picture.
11 by 14, but you have to be in the United States to qualify. We're not shipping that shit to Canada. We're not shipping it to Europe, and we're definitely not shipping it to Africa. It's not going to Australia. It's not going anywhere unless it's in the United States of America and is affordable for shipping. Because, unfortunately, we don't have any sponsors yet. If you want to sponsor us, though, go to wrestlingwithsavage.com. Send me an email at wrestlingwithsavage@gmail.com. Otherwise, follow on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch, Discord, Twitter, Spotify, and have a great fucking night. We'll see you next week. Everybody have a good week. Peace.
Wrestling with Savage, the best podcast in the history of podcasts.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, brought to you live by the champ. Her last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. Why?
Because they are the best tag team in the world today! Woo!
George, I think George just tried his resume for Tony Khan. I don't know for George. Huh?
We're savage! But of course.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, brought to you live by the champ. Her last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Savage.
I'm trying to give these two W's.